And we start with this breaking news. The city of South Bend will pay $575,000 taxpayer dollars to settle lawsuits with 5 city police officers. WSBT's Kelly Stopczynski broke this story on WSBT.com and social media this morning. She just stepped out of a news conference where Mayor Pete Buttigieg responded to the settlements. She has the latest. Kelly?
Well, Kirk, the mayor says these settlements are in the best interest of the city. And he says by settling some of these lawsuits now, it's actually saving taxpayers at least $1 million. You know, this all stems from a federal wiretapping investigation that started about 3 years ago. Fired South Bend Police Communications Director Karen DePape told me she'd stumbled across conversations recorded on a phone line in the police department's detective bureau. She told her boss, then Chief Daryl Boykins, about it. In March 2011, the mayor demoted Boykins, then fired DePape because of a federal investigation into allegations that those recordings broke federal laws. Rumors swirled that the tapes could contain racist, derogatory, possibly illegal content. That led some people in the community, including council members, to demand the tapes be released. But the city worried releasing them could also violate federal law. Now, nearly 2 years after the wiretapping case went public, we've learned the city is settling with all of the police officers involved. Take a look. Metro Homicide Commander Tim Corbett, Assistant Commander Dave Wells, retired South Bend cop Steve Richmond, SVU Commander Brian Young, and his wife Sandy, along with their attorneys, are receiving a total of $500,000 taxpayer dollars from the city. Daryl Boykins, who is now a captain on the department, is getting $50,000 for his lawsuit claiming he was demoted because he's black. His attorney is getting $25,000 in the settlement. Mayor Buttigieg says the city is not admitting any guilt, but says it's what they had to do to move forward.
Each passing day these cases were lingering was bad for the city, and a chance to reach an agreement and resolve them was in the best interest of the city. The mounting costs and also the community cost of having these things out there dangling is something that I think we all wanted to bring some closure to, and having an opportunity to do that was something that we needed to seize and did.
The settlements reduce the overall exposure to the city. It reduced any risk of a significant judgment to several plaintiffs. It also reduces the attorney fees that could potentially be incurred to take this case to trial and potentially on appeal and win. And lastly, it reduces distraction to the city.
To date, the city says the wiretapping legal fees have cost $140,000 taxpayer dollars. Now, that's in addition to the $575,000 that it's paying out to the plaintiffs in the case. Kirk, the settlement documents signed by all of the police officers and Boykins say that those cops never used any racist words or discussed illegal activity on the tapes.
So, Kelly, the city has settled with the police officers and Boykins. The cops dropped their suits against Boykins. This means 3 lawsuits are now settled. However, the case not over.
It's not. The city still has a lawsuit ongoing with Karen DePape, who says she was wrongfully fired. The city and the police officers sued her attorney, Scott Deering, and the Common Council is also involved in this lawsuit, saying that it has a right to hear these tapes and that these tapes should be released to the public, Kirk.
And what about those tapes? Can they be released? Might we hear what's on them?
You know, we might. They could be released. I guess the short answer is yes. That's up to a federal judge, and we're just going to have to wait and see what that judge decides because, as we mentioned, this case is still ongoing, Kirk. But the mayor says the tapes are still locked in a secure location. All right, Kelly Stopczynski reporting live from downtown South Bend. Thank you, Kelly. The other